Oh, man. I just got the ping, so I think we're going to
Now
try
I
this.
can't hear Alex.
We're going to try this again.
Will, you can't hear Alex?
No.
Keep talking,
Is Alex talking?
Talk, Alex.
Yeah, I'm talking. I'm here.
Will, can you hear him?
We have had...
No, I can hear him in your mic. He just sounds really far away.
We've had multiple weird things going on today.
Dude, it has to be on my end somehow. I don't know.
Think so. No, it's not.
Okay.
We got Will through phone now because we weren't getting levels on his thing, and it's very bizarre because I could hear him, the control booth could hear him, we can all hear him, but it wasn't coming up through OBS at all. So we're not sure if this is even going to work, but we're back just to try to get it through the. We're here to try to get it figured out through the technical difficulties tonight. We might just bail if Will can't get us on there, or if he can't hear me, because then what's the point?
Okay, I have no idea.
Okay.
Not a clue.
I can hear like we can hear each other, but Will can't hear me. So we're like talking to him through Richard. Richard could be our interpreter. You could be like a Biden interpreter and have no idea what anybody's saying.
Have you ever seen Key and Peele?
A little bit, yeah.
Be,
yeah.
Anger management.
Yeah.
Anger management translator.
Man.
Oh.
But I've run out of solutions.
We've run out of solutions tonight, so we need to. I need to do an after-hours show. So before we leave, I just wanted to apologize for the last couple weeks not having after-hours. So what's going on right now is that there's we're gearing up. We're gearing up for this big sale that's going on, and basically it's just a bunch of new old stock that we're trying to get rid of.
Is Alex talking to everybody right now?
Ridiculous prices.
Oh.
And I've been working on that for the last week and a half, and was unable to really do an after-hour show just because honestly, I was so exhausted and I had nothing to work on that I was just like, I think I'm just going to skip it. And that happened 2 weeks in a row. So we're going to try to do one this week for sure. It's a summer series week. I'm going to try to get like Alex Vanderbeek on. He actually lives in Lincoln. So I'm going to try to get him in downstairs and we can have a nice fun after-hour show this Thursday. So look forward to that. And I hope you guys enjoyed the couple videos that I posted recently, the on-road one, which was kind of fun. I went there after a crawling event and didn't do very good at the crawling event, so I was like finding something to do. And I remembered that those guys were racing. I'm like, I'm going to go get some footage of that. So we did. So real quick on here, Bob Thorpe, you picked a heck of a night to come on. Greetings from the left coast. Nice to see you. I'm sorry we're having weird technical right coast. We know what you meant. But yeah, you picked a heck of a night as we're having weird technical things going on tonight. So we'll figure it out. Be ready to go for next time. John Haas, this is my team associated gatekeeper, Element RC gatekeeper. And I just brought it because it was in my truck. I forgot that it was in there, and I didn't want to leave it out in the parking lot. So I brought it in, and it's really cool. It's got a trailing arm rear suspension instead of a standard solid axle. It's really neat. Actually, it crawls pretty good, too. I got to take the body off. It's pretty heavy, but it does look neat. The new car, Nick Nuthouse, new car you alluded to a few weeks ago. No, I don't think so. There's some cool stuff coming out from Arma that I can't talk about yet because they're not announced yet. Well, you guys saw one of them. There was the TLR-tuned Typhon and so I knew that was coming out before it was announced. But there's another few cars that are on their way, but I can't really talk about it. I probably shouldn't even said that it was from Arma, but whatever, it's fine. Other than that, I don't know what else to go to without having Will on here. Will did really good and raced in Kansas City with his gas truck. Had a really good battle with Chad Parks. We were going to talk about that tonight. We were going to talk about getting everybody hyped up for gas truck, but maybe we'll just save that for next week. It is a summer series finals this weekend, so we'll have a lot to discuss next Monday for sure. But we'll try to sneak that in there too. John Haas, any gold ST tires coming in this week? I don't know. We've been basically getting all those by surprise. So I'll have to look because I'm not really sure. I think there's a handful coming in from Maine actually. So maybe we will. Nick Nuthouse, any thoughts on the Typhon, the new one? Yeah, it's interesting. It's because Losi does not have a ready to run e-buggy right now, right? And so you basically have a pillow ball e-buggy. So with all that cool stuff on it, the good shocks, metal shock towers, machine chassis. I mean, it's cool. It's a good addition to the lineup. The what is it? The EXB stuff, the rollers that have been out, and now the RTRs that have been out that have all the good stuff on them. I mean, they sell really well, and that's people are looking for those. Because with Arma, it's kind of have this culture of just beating the crap out of them. So the Typhon can pretty easily win like a high jump contest, a long jump contest, just because of its weight to power, right? So the fact that it's even stronger now, I think it's pretty cool. We didn't overload on ordering them for the store, but I'm sure we're gonna sell, we're gonna sell a couple right away, and then we'll probably keep one or two in stock as long as they have them. Wow, lots of good stuff in the chat. Since I'm by myself, this feels weird. I feel weird, like I'm leaving Will out of it. I feel bad, especially because Nuthouse gave him a $20 super chat when we tried to get him on earlier. Oh well. Bob Thorpe went to the J Concepts Turf Nats this weekend. That
Richard, can you hear me?
That looks really cool.
Yes, I can hear you, Will.
Hang on a
second. Okay, Margie sent me a link to download another app.
Yes.
Do you want me to let you go, and then I'll try the app?
We can certainly try it.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna let you go, and then I'm gonna, as soon as this finishes downloading, I'll try to get in through that app.
All right, very good.
All right, thanks. Bye.
All right, so there you go. So we're gonna try again. We're gonna keep trying. Anyways, the J Concepts Turf Nat, that track looks so cool because it's big. It's like really big. Looks like all the jumps work. I'd almost be interested to traveling to that maybe next year. I've never really been on the East Coast. I think the farthest I went for a race on my own was the Tilt Yard. And then, of course, for Roar, I was at Jackson RC, being the scorekeeper for that race back in 2013. And but other than that, I haven't really gone that far east, so it'd be cool to get out there and try that. Dakota, I wanted to talk about that too. Dakota's just unstoppable right now. It'll be interesting to see because he's so young and he's so good. It'll be interesting to see if he can break some records. Like go after that Kinwald and Cavallari Nationals record for most wins, TQs, that sort of thing. He's got plenty time to do it. It's going to be hard to catch the big three, in my opinion, when you're talking about Cavallari and Tebow and, you know, the Ryans and Jared. But I don't know. I think it's going to be awesome. Steve RC's on here. Did you one time say first place in the B main gets a track plaque or trophy? No, they don't. It's basically it's top 10. So, because it's a series. So if you make the top 10, you get an award. If you are 11th, you got to think about it all year and come back next year. Peter, no, why did my shock oil turn into chocolate milk? Need to change out your seals. Most of the time, your seals have allowed, the O-rings have allowed dirt to come in, and then it makes it all gooey. Do I think it'll be competitive for winter racing? I bet you, dude. I bet you, because I've driven a Typhon with good tires on it. They don't actually handle that bad. So it wouldn't surprise me to see a TLR tuned Typhon in the sportsman class for sure. But I think if somebody wanted to, they could try it. Yeah, I mean, it's got good shocks on it. It's an e-buggy. It's a pillow ball, so it's going to be a little bit more forgiving. Probably won't turn as good as a C-Hub car, but I don't know. Be interesting. Be interesting to see. Somebody's going to do it. I guarantee it. Nick Nuthouse, what car are you going to run for the Enduro race? So I have found a Team Losi 22 2.0, but it's in mid-motor form. So if I can find the parts to make it a rear motor, I'm going to run that car. And if I can't, I probably am still going to run it because I don't want to run any of my good cars because it's 1,000 laps. But like Derek Wood and his team last time, 2 years ago now, proved that just doing a regular mid-motor car with a modified motor in it can do the Enduro and make it just fine. But I wanted the TLR because I've got a gear diff, and I was going to throw that in there. I got a 13.5 motor. I was going to throw that in there. There was a lot that I was trying to do. So, yeah, we'll see. Greg, we were just talking about that new Typhon. I think it's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, I saw that Caleb Jennings. So Bob Thorpe is commenting back on the J Concepts turf race, and I did see that Caleb Jennings, and I was like, who is that? So there's another kid on the West Coast that did really good that I'd never seen his name before, and he was up there battling. So it's good to see some fresh names in there. I mean, RC's fun, but it can get kind of stagnant if it's the same, mostly, 8 drivers every single time. It's nice to see somebody get in there and ruffle some feathers too, because a lot of those guys that are used to just making A mains just because they're there. When they don't, it can drive them to do better, or it can make them kind of not want to go. I've seen that, over the 30 years that I've been doing this. When does Plex Spec start? Well, Plex Spec races every Friday and Saturday, so like this weekend, it'll be the first race, so right at 11 o'clock. Plex Spec will be up. Probably 2 heats. It's going to be fun. Big Dude's on here. One of our usual guys. And if you don't know what's going on right now, just there's 10 people watching. It's just me right now. We're trying to get Will back on here. We've been having some weird technical difficulties tonight, and we're going to see if we can get him set up. We just didn't have any levels for him, so you could see him, but you just couldn't hear him. So we're trying to get that fixed up here. I'm working on a lot of stuff this week. Summer Series week, so I'm going to be working on the track. Then I'm going to be working on the indoor crawler course to try to get that kind of figured out. We're changing it over to a 124 scale instead of a 110 scale crawling course. It's going to take up less room. We're going to gain back 5 pit spots. Basically, we want to have enough pit space indoors for 150 people. So that's where we're going for. And Will's here in the chat. Hi, Will. We do Dirt Oval. So our dirt oval's going in October 3rd is when we start the track build to put our dirt oval back in. It's kind of a wintertime thing because we're in indoor, so all these guys have their car set up for loose dirt in the summer. So there's no real turnout in the summertime for us. So I got this week, basically, I'm not doing any of the track this week, so I don't have to worry about that. The following week, I got nothing. And then the week after that, I'm making a small change for the regionals. And then the week after that, we're doing the big change. So I got a couple weeks coming up where it's going to be rough on me. Just a lot of hours getting put in.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
Will, can you hear us?
Can you hear me? Nice.
Maybe. Hold on. Not sure that we're even getting levels on Will. Oh, that's why. Okay. Stand by. Keep talking.
Yeah, keep talking. Huh. Yeah. Still not working. Yeah. Well, we kind of have Will on. I can hear him again. It's kind of like last time. I can hear him. Richard can hear him, our producer, and but it's not coming through again. I don't know. Oh well. Sam wants to know: did Derek Wood use a two-wheel drive for the Enduro? Yes, he did. He used a back then he was sponsored by Kyosho still. So, or was he? No, I think he just ran his old Kyosho car because he had it. It's kind of like why I want to run a 22 like 2.0 because I have one. Yeah, it was a two-wheel drive Kyosho Ultima that they won the Enduro with, and I think it was him and Dustin Hosick, and then I can't remember his other driver. Yeah, Talon Shane. I always called him Showen, but it's actually Shane. I called Taylor Showen for like 10 years before he finally came up and said, "Hey, man, that's not how you actually pronounce my last name." And so I'm like, "Oh, dude," I'm like, "why didn't you tell me that 10 years ago when it mattered, you know?" Then he quits racing, so what are you going to do? That's pretty funny. Well, this was a weird one. This was a very weird night. So I woke up. I was up late working on some stuff because I'm going to put a crawler on eBay that I have, and so I was up way too late.
We're out of ideas.
And then I watched. Okay, this is going to sound really bad. I watched Blade Runner for the first time in my life last night on Netflix. I've never seen Blade Runner before, but it was on Netflix, and I was working on stuff, and then I came upstairs, and usually my routine is I hop on the bed, I flip on some TV, and I drift off to sleep. And I usually find like a YouTube thing. That's why I like Parallax Nick. He's one of my favorite space YouTubers because he's basically he narrates the videos, so you can just go to sleep to it. Well, I'm like, Blade Runner. So I flipped on Blade Runner. What a good freaking movie. Like, I'm ashamed of myself that I've never seen that movie. And so it's not a vampire movie. It's a movie about a future that has like these robots that are made to look like people, but they're not allowed. They're not allowed on Earth, so then they got to get hunted, and then they just indiscriminately shoot them. It's yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah, Ridley. Yeah, it's a Ridley Scott movie. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Peter, it was the original. I'm going to watch the new one next. I haven't seen the new one either, but I wanted to watch the original first. And I've watched a few YouTube videos that like movies that tried to copy Star Wars, and they put Blade Runner in there because of the scroll at the very first part of the, when the movie opens up. But other than that, there wasn't much. Although I will say that I can't remember the name, but the girl that played the woman that played Einhorn in Ace Ventura that we were talking about last time, she's in that movie, and her hairstyle hit me right away. That her hairstyle was, if you watch The Matrix, the original Matrix, the very first one, the woman with the white rabbit tattooed on her thing, her hairstyle is very similar. So I can see how some of these movies can be influential, I guess, is how I put that. I know we're not like a movie, we're not like, I don't know. Just no, we're not. But I could see the similarity, and I could go, oh, yeah, you are. It stinks. Yeah, John Lovitz. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Matt Lang said the Millennium Falcon is supposed to be in one of the first shots of Blade Runner. I'll have to go back and look. It's Netflix, so I can pause it. Yeah. Peter Renault wants to know, his B74 squealed a few times racing yesterday, all gear diffs. Is there anything he should look for? Will says Will's first instinct is a bad motor bearing, Peter. I could see that. And then my first thought was, a lot of times when we're racing, I'll hear a noise come from my car, but all it is the tires rubbing on the wing. And it makes a very distinct squeal sound. And if you're not sure, look on your wing. It's pretty easy to tell. There'll be like black tire marks on your wing. Skid marks. Will says to make sure to call them skid marks. See, I can hear Will just fine. This is like one of the early YouTube versions of this podcast where basically the camera was on me the whole time. You couldn't hear Will. I don't remember it all.
This is a brand new issue.
Yeah. It's brand new issue for them. That's okay. Kind of having fun. Like like I said, we skipped a couple after hour shows, so this is basically just like a after hour show, except I'm not working on anything. I don't know. Are we getting levels to do that? Like, can you record him?
Well, we can record him, yes. We can't go live.
Yeah.
We won't hear him.
No, I know that, but I mean, like, just for Friday.
Sure, we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that. Are you sure you want to be here this late though? Because we can always just skip it.
Yeah, no biggie, man.
We can always skip it. You guys can go to bed. I got to drink a Kickstart. It's not even cold.
It is not your fault.
It's not Will's fault. It's not Will's fault at all. Yeah. Will's got plenty of minutes. He's good. John Haas is rebuilding his kid's X4. I want to see some of these kids make the main, like Dylan or who's another one that hasn't made Eli. Eli hasn't made a podium, has he? Did he make a podium last round? I thought that was a bit. I don't know. I can't remember. Oh well. Nick Nuthouse, for the Enduro race, he's going to run a Slash Ultimate converted to a backslash with the stock VXL motor. How many 5,000 mAh should I bring so I can change, or so I can run, charge, and let cool? Probably like realistically, probably like 4 or 5. We when the last Enduro, we did the Super Slash 1000, and there's a little YouTube series on that, and the truck did not make it. We broke a what happened to it? So no, it like the transmission lasted the whole time. We broke a shock tower, a rear shock tower. I was so pissed because that's something so stupid that's what broke. And then at the end of the run, we one of the caster blocks had actually worn out to the point that it was wobbling back and forth. So it held together, but because we had this big sweeper, kind of like we do now, like that whole side of that truck was getting so much G-force on it that it actually wore out the hole for the pin, so that the whole side of the truck was wobbling back and forth by like half an inch. It was crazy, but it did finish. We finished second or third, actually, I think. So it's gonna be different this time though. 13.5 motor, 2-wheel drive buggy. Yeah, I'm ready to go. But a Slash Ultimate 4x4, those are pretty tough, so I can see you doing pretty well with that. Just got to take care of the truck, especially early. It's kind of demoralizing for the Indie Enduro to break early, because you just see like the other guys just hitting laps over and over and over again, and you're just sitting there stagnant. It's exciting though. I think last time, God, I can't remember how close it was, but I thought it was pretty close. There was 2 teams running buggies, and it was Derek's team and then somebody else's team. I can't remember who it was now. I'll have to go back and look. I wonder if I can go back and look now. It's in the system here. Hang on. I might be able to find it. Probably not. Sorry. I'm sorry. We'll talk about your stuff next week. We'll make sure to talk about that first. And then if you want, you can come up Thursday. Okay. I'm going to try to get Alex for the after hours show. Yeah. I don't know. Why not? He lives in Lincoln. Mm-hmm. September of 2019. There it is. Hobbyplex Enduro. Look at this. See if I can bring it up, because it's going to be a big file. Racing. Team Trash Panda. That was dude, I don't remember. I don't remember who that was. Wait a minute. That's not even the right thing. Oh, maybe. Okay, so this is the results from the 2019 Enduro. It's been a while, which was, I know it was Derek, because he hadn't raced in a little bit. Who was in slightly above average? Was that Bob's team? It was 1,000 laps for the win, 885 laps. So Derek's team had 115 laps on everybody. Super Slash 1000, we finished third. Hot Garbage, that was Sam and Troy's team. I know that. They were fourth. Team Trash Panda. The Amish Express, I love these names. And then Gary Winthorpe 69 was a team name. I don't even know what that is. Why is that so funny to me? Oh, man. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry we're not getting you. We'll let them figure it out. We'll be back. Yeah. I can't. I got to work. Tomorrow I'm summer series prep. Wednesday I got to work all night. Thursday I actually close. And then Friday we're racing. Maybe we could get them to come to the track and do like a show there. It'd be cool to have all the ambient noise in the background. We'd be like the a couple of the other podcasts out there. Okay. All right. Nope. It's our bad. We'll figure it out. Everybody. Okay. That was Will signing off. I know you guys can't hear him, but well, with that, I think we're gonna go. It's almost 8:00 anyways, and this was fun. just some banter going back. So, again, thanks Nick Nuthouse and Peter Renault dropping some super chats tonight. That's great. We haven't had those in a while, so we'll get it figured out. It's either equipment or it's some stupid thing that was pushed or unplugged or something like that. That's usually what it is. So something simple, and then you'll overlook it. And I do that all the time at work. That's what I do. So Matt Lang, we're crawling tomorrow. We're just I got some stuff to work on, but not much. The track's in really good shape, so we're crawling. I got my G-Speed chassis all ready to go. It's exciting. Made some changes to it. It's really good. So we'll see how I do. Okay. Did we get 3,000? I haven't looked recently. Did we get 3,000 subscribers? We're at 2,997. 2,997 subscribers. We need 3 more subscribers, and then we're at 3,000. This has been like the longest wait to get a millennial change on me. So, yeah, we'll see. Anyways, all right. Well, yeah, we better go so I can let these guys figure it out. And appreciate you guys hanging in there. And thanks for your support. Don't forget this show is sponsored by Pivot Lending. You can find them at pivotlending.com. Mention our show. You can get 1.25 and off your interest rate or $500 lender credit, your choice. And make sure you speak to either Don Zoller or Aiden Olson's dad. So, bye, guys. We'll try.